Hi guys, welcome back. It's so good to see all of you again. And today we're gonna talk what's in my camera bag. So let's go ahead and zip this up. It is actually nothing because actually I lay all of my stuff, for that intro that we actually see at the beginning of the video. But that's what we're gonna talk about today. So stick around. Alright, so to start off, the bag that I'm using is a Godspeed, SL466. I've been having a big problem finding the right bag to actually fit all of my gears and also, to make me feel a bit comfy, when traveling, especially hiking to all of those places. So this bag is not the perfect bag, but I think it's by far it ticks most of the boxes I've been looking for. By far this is not the perfect bag, but I have to say, it ticks all the boxes that I'm looking for in the bag. So it's actually very comfy, it's actually quite strong, and actually can fit all of my gears without it. So by far this is what I've been using. And alright, so the main camera that I've been using is the Canon 5D Mark III. What I like about this camera is they shoot at 20.3 megapixels. It's, to me, it gets the job done. It's not like the main beast like the 1DX, but as by far the video shooting that I've been creating, or the photos that I've been capturing, my content, what you see on my Instagram. So I capture with this bad boy, and so far I've been using this in rainy seasons, in harsh weather conditions and stuff like that. So it's still alive until this day, and it's it's by far, I have to say it's worth the investment. So that's my main camera, Canon 5D Mark III. The second I would say second backup camera that I've also been using is the Canon ESR. First, it's the mirrorless camera, so it's not that heavy. It's easy, for example, when I go out to shoot, and when I come back, let's say for example we go for the evening or dining out with a friend, I just carrying this with a very small lens. It is easy for me, so I don't have to carry all the equipment. Plus, I use this mainly for videos because of the Canon C-Log that it allows me to shoot with. What that allows me to do is that when it comes to post-processing, I have so many control when it comes to color corrections that actually could help to improve the qualities of the video. So this is my second main camera that I've been using. So let's talk about lenses. So to me, I don't always carry this one around. But the 70-200, I would say, if you're into photos and at the same time also video, I would recommend, this is a must-have lens for everyone who have a passion in either photography or videography. The sharpness that it has, with the 2.8 aperture, it allows you to bring the sharpness of the picture that you're able to create. With apertures of 2.8, it also allows you to do a lot of good things when it comes to low light. From time to time, I often carry this with my main camera, which is the 5D Mark III. So 70-200. So the second lens I carry with me is the Tokina 16-28. This is a wide angle lens with apertures of 2.8, so that means also very good at low light. And what I normally use this lens is also use it for landscape photography. But at the same time, when it comes to shooting videos or making vlogs, this is also my go-to lens with the wide angle that's created. So this is the wide angle lens that I've been using. The third lens that I carry with me is the Nifty 50 1.8. By far, this is with the price that we pay for this and with the quality of image that we receive from this product, this is one of the most underrated lenses that all of us should have, regardless of where you are when it comes to photography, whether you're a professional, whether you're more like an entry level, only just kickstart with your hobbies or taking photos. Because with the sharpness and the ability for it to capture image in low light is amazing. Nifty 50 1.8 is also goes in the bag. And the third type of equipment that I have in my camera bag are drones. If you've seen most of the content that I created on my channel, I would say that I'm quite a big drone fanatic. Wherever I go, I often take off my drone and fly 70-80% of the time already. And so I carry two drones. The first one is the DJI Mavic Air 2. What I love about this drone is first is on the qualities of the image and video that's able to produce with 4K in terms of footage, and to be able to capture 48 megapixels of pictures. The sharpness and the qualities and the dynamic range of this is amazing. The second one is that when it comes to the transmission, this is I would say by far one of the best drone that I've ever bought, because oftentimes I would fly it very high up above the cloud, deep far in the forest, in the waterfall, and it's never lost the signal. and it always makes sure that I would able to fly it back and return to where it took off, safe and sound. So that comes in handy to be able to have the reassurance that you can take it off and be able to fly it back. Second one is the DJI Mavic Mini 2. I had the Mavic Mini 1 and it's still with me now, but the bumpy issue that I face with the Mini 1 is about the transmissions. Oftentimes when I fly it around, let's say very high up, I often get into the problem of losing the signal, and that's why I got the DJI Mavic Mini 2. Why I use the Mini? Because Mini is, for me, is more like a backup. So for example, when I come back from the shoot and I just want to go out and create like a daily vlog with my friends, my families, I don't often carry the Mavic Air 2. So I often have this, and it just put in my pocket, in my short pants. I would just ready to go. So it's come in very handy. I plan to travel abroad, and I don't know, I won't be able to travel any soon because COVID. The weight of this drone, which is around 249 grams, it allows me to fly without having to legally register this drone, which is you don't have to go through all those headache processes. So that comes in handy. So that also goes into the bag. I would say another downside of having two drones in the bag is that I have to carry two controllers with me, and when it comes to DJI Mavic Mini 2, the controller that it comes with the box is identical with the one with the Mavic Air 2. So the only difference I can notice is that for Mavic Mini 2, it has this red button on the controller, whereas the one for Mavic Air, it doesn't have. So it helps to distinguish between the two. So, but I also have to carry these two in my bag, so it's also quite heavy as well. But I mean, for the sake of getting sick footage, so that also goes into the bag as well. Another one is about action camera. So currently I'm using the Hero GoPro 8. The GoPro Hero 9 is already on the market, but I don't feel the need to upgrade now, because like with the qualities and with the durability that is still functioning, it's still workable like very well. So oftentimes when I need something to go, when for example doing the snorkeling, when I'm off the islands, and just to mount it on a vehicle or stuff when we're doing the road trip, so that also comes in handy with the GoPro Hero 8. I also have like a backup of batteries in my bag, so that's also help. Along with the GoPro Hero 8, I also carry the Hero Max. This is still like an incredibly action cameras for the ability to shooting 360s, and so often I would mount it to a long stick, and I would stick out the windows to capture stick footage with the Hero Max. So these two comes in very handy. So you notice on top of the equipment that I have in my bag, I also have to carry these two bags because these all hold all the accessories that we have inside. So if we let's unzip this one. So these are the batteries that I have. So I have the batteries of the DJI Mavic Air 2, the battery of the GoPros, and also the Hero Max, and I also have a Anker power bank, so that's coming in even I need to charge my power, so when I'm off on the field, stuff like that. And this is when I keep the extra drone propeller and stuff like that in some of the cables. So that's one bag. The second bag is more on a bit. I also have to carry for the DJI Mavic Mini 2, and also 3 compatible hard drive that I have with me now. So in this digital age, we often capture a lot of footage, so we need to make sure that we have enough storage to back up the data. So why I have 3 hard drive? Because this is the blue one. This is the one that I'm using when I'm editing and stuff like that. This is the one I'm using, and this is the first and second backup. So normally I would back up on this one, and I would have another backup on this one just to ensure, because you never know, right? I don't always carry this. For example, when I go out and travel and hike, so this is the stabilizer Xeon 3BLS. I plan to get the Ronin S, but back then it's running out of stock, so I just grabbed this one. So what it does is that I would mount this with my EOS R and with the lens to actually capture some B-roll and stuff like that. But oftentimes I would just use the camera without this. But this is just bring in case I have any space in my locker and stuff like that. So that also comes in as well. But because in my backpack also carry another tripod, so if I carry both tripod and the stabilizers, the weight would be a lot heavier. And if I don't, so I don't want to carry so many stuff. So at least my bag gonna thank me for that. So but that comes in from time to time. This is the bag of it's this little bag that I put the lens filter. So inside I have 2 filters that I've often used. So it comes in handy when vlogging under the sun and stuff like that. It's just easy to making sure that your footage is not that exposed. So that also goes into the bag. The last one that I have in the bag is is a noise cancelling headphone. I'm using the Sony one. It's a bit expensive, but you know, when I get it, and when, for example, traveling on the airplane, it's just to sitting at the coffee shop, and when I put this on, it's actually quite very handy to actually, you know, cancel all the background noise and just to focus on the work. So that is what also goes in the bag as well. So that's it, guys. This is what I have inside my camera bag. What I want you guys to take away from this video is that I didn't actually start it off having all of these equipment. It actually took me almost like 2 years to be able to build up this equipment that I have, because it's also quite expensive and we also need to afford that. But to me, it's more on, rather than comparing yourself to just wait to have like the perfect gear or the perfect camera, perfect lens to capture what you want, I would suggest that you would start with what you have, and from that you would build on, you know, to the point where you just, you know, keep upgrading your equipment and upgrading your skills and capabilities. So that is what I've been through as well to be able to do this. If you ask me, like, if all the equipment that I have is something that I wanted to have, no, of course not. I still want to have, you know, a better lens, a better camera. But from now, this is what works for me. This is also helped me to get the job done. And I hope that you would also, you know, start, you know, using what you have to capture the content and tell the stories around you. That's it for me. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and comment, do all those things below that you would do for when you're watching your YouTube videos, and I will see you in the next one.